These guys are whips.
Don't get caught.
We're done here. You're dead. Steve.
Man, this one was loaded.
Battle's barely over and she's already got the money.
Leave it to Annis.
This looks like fun.
That's right. Who's next?
No way!
fighting already?
You're dead! Break them! Light spear cannon! Take this! Take this!
Mighty explosion. Energy blast.
Take this! Guardian Beam! Who's next?
Mighty explosion. Rest in peace.
Hey, isn't that...
Like that place in the Zhao ruins. What was it? Phone slot? Where phonons gather?
There's one here, too!
Yes, a very high density of phonons.
Around here, I suppose it would be the third phonon.
Yes, probably.
Mew, any luck?
The phonons carved a new phone verse in the ring, right?
Here it comes! He's flying!
Whoa!
How cute.
Master, I'm flying! I did it!
Hey, let me grab onto... Huh?
Oh my!
That's quite the picture.
Tear, that's not fair!
I'm sorry, but this is so fun.
Oh, me too! I'd like to fly too. Mew!
Hey, don't be mean to the little guy.
Aw, it's not so bad. With any luck, he might come away from this an inch or two taller.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mew, that thing you just did.
Mew wing! Mew wings! Mew!
Where can we use that anyway?
Good question, seeing as how he can't fly very high.
Mew!
Don't worry, Mew. It looks cute, and it's fun.
Hey, Mew, try flying over here.
Yes, Master! Wings!
Interesting.
The door opened. I did it! I'm being useful! So it can be used like that, too. You know, Luke's actually pretty good at using Mew.
best?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What's wrong, Anis?
That's a legendary blue Gorgonhawk swallowtail. They're worth 4 million gold apiece.
Hey, Anis, you're going to trip.
Please, stop treating me like a child. Ah!
Anis! Guy?
Tear? Guy? Thanks.
I didn't really... But, Guy, you...
I wasn't scared.
Congratulations, Guy!
That's great!
I'm proud of you. Even with your past, if you hadn't saved Anis just then, I'd have lost all respect for you.
Yeah, I'm really glad you weren't hurt because of me, Anis.
I'm a little moved.
Guy was a Malkuth aristocrat. He probably has a fortune set aside in the Imperial Treasury.
Guy, you can propose to me anytime.
I think I'll pass.
I win, you lose, we're done. Hey, there's something there. Is it a monster?
Mew! Mew mew!
That cry.
It's a Uniceros.
The sacred animal that appears in ancient Hispanian myth?
Yeah, a legendary Uniceros. If we catch it, we could get at least 50 million gold easy.
Uniceros like clean air. If you take one to a city, it may die.
He sounds like he's suffering.
Suffering? Why?
Something's coming.
It's behind us.
Ah! Are Uniceras violent?
Not at all. They're supposedly really gentle. They never attack people.
Here it comes again.
Let's knock it unconscious and take a look at it. Let's go!
Follow me!
I'll heal its wounds.
But what do we do now? It may attack us again once it wakes up.
Let's have Mew talk to it.
Yes, Master. I'll try. Mew! Mew, mew, mew! Mew, mew! He doesn't like the miasma. Some got close to him, so he got irritated and attacked without thinking.
But there's no miasma around here.
He says Tyr has miasma inside her body.
Do you know what he means?
No.
I don't get it. Maybe it has to do with Tyr being born in the Cliffoth.
Oh, there it goes.
He was thanking Tyr just now for healing him.
Oh.
The Uniceras must have made a mistake. Once it realized that, it thanked her and left.
I bet you're happy you didn't get kicked, huh, Tyr? Don't look at me like that. It was a joke.
I'll open it. Are you okay, Ion? Yes, I'm just a little tired.
Tyr gets the same way when she activates the passage rings. Perhaps it's a side effect of Dawn Age phone machinery and phonic arts.
I don't think so.
Ion, shall we rest over here?
No, let's go.
Don't force yourself, Ion. If you're not feeling good, say something.
Thank you, Luke.
Did another place fall? Or is it...
Yes, it may be the tree's instability due to the out-of-control Sephiroth.
These earthquakes have become more frequent.
I feel sick every time there's an earthquake. They remind me we're floating in midair.
I hope we can make the land safe again soon.
It's not reacting when Tyr gets close. That must mean...
It's the same as Shuri Hill. The Yulian seal hasn't been unlocked.
I guess we'll have to go look for it. It's kind of a pain.
Yulian seal's been unlocked. Now it should respond to Tyr.
If this happens again, we should probably check the devices in the area.
My brother hasn't been here yet.
Does this mean anyone who can use the 7th phonon can control it?
No, the control panel is dormant. Probably because we ignored Van's code when we used the passage rings at Shuri Hill in the Zhao ruins. The passage rings in other lands connected in parallel considered Luke an intruder. So they executed an emergency shutdown.
Then we can't control it?
I think it'll work if Luke carves the commands into it with his hyperresonance.
Brute force, huh? So what should I do?
For measuring the vibration frequency, nothing. But considering the future, we should probably set things up to lower the land.
Should I write something?
Draw a line between the 4th Sephiroth and here, the 6th Sephiroth. Bypass the 5th Sephiroth. That's Exariuth. There's no point in connecting it. Also connect the 1st and 3rd Sephiroth. Beside the 6th Sephiroth, write Tree Descent, normal speed. And then, activate simultaneously with the 1st Sephiroth descent.
What does this mean?
When we lower the first Sephiroth, the radiation gate, that orders this passage ring to activate and lower this land as well.
We'll inscribe that same order on every passage ring in the Outer Lands. Then we'll give the descent command to the radiation gate.
I see. Then all of the outer lands will descend at once.
All right. Now all that's left is the vibration frequency of the core.
How do we measure it, Colonel?
It's simple. Touch the counter to the center phone stone.
I'll do it. Is this all?
Yes.
Boring. I got all worked up for nothing.
I'm afraid it wasn't designed for entertainment.
Let's return to Sheridan.
see you back.
Here are the measurements.
We're currently modifying the Tartarus.
The Tartarus?
Even the fall into the cliff-off couldn't break it. It's perfect for a trip to the core.
The Tartarus is certainly proving itself useful.
It will still take some time, though. You should go relax in town.
Could I talk to you all for a minute?
What is it?
Is it really okay for us to just lower all the land on our own?
What do you mean?
It's a really big deal. It'll change the way the whole world works. I was thinking we should explain things to Uncle and Emperor Peony and work together.
But we'd have to go to Batical to do that.
I think we should.
Luke.
They risked their lives for us. For you, Natalia. Now it's our turn to protect them. Let's persuade Uncle to salvage the peace treaty that fell apart. Shouldn't Kimlaska, Malkuth, and Doth work together to lower the Outer Lands?
Luke, you're absolutely right.
Please let me think for a bit. I know that's best, but the fact remains that Father rejected me. I'm scared. I'm sorry.
We'll just have to wait until Natalia is ready.
Where's she going?
Who's there? Ash! What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Spinoza. What are you doing here? Aren't you going to Batical?
You knew?
It's not like you to be scared.
Well, there are some things that frighten even me.
Really? Even though you have tens of thousands of Batical citizens as your allies?
I know that.
Someday, when we're grown up, let's change this country. Change it so that no one has to be poor. Change it so that war never happens.
Let's work to change our country. For the rest of our lives. Together.
I didn't say that because you were a princess. Your birth doesn't matter. Just do what you can. I guess I'll go back too.
It's not nice to eavesdrop.
I didn't do it on purpose, and it didn't seem like the best time to interrupt them.
I see.
If I hadn't been born, Natalia and Ash would have.
If you hadn't been born, Ash would have died at Exariuth as Luke.
Tear.
Hypothesizing about not having been born is meaningless. You're living your own life. Experiences that only you know. Feelings that only you feel. Don't deny them. You're here.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry. It's not like me to act scared like that, is it?
Then we're going to Batical now, are we?
Yes. I will do what I can as princess of... No, as a citizen of Kimlaska.
There you go.
I hoped you'd say that. I wrote a letter to King Ingobert describing everything that's happened, as well as the problems with lowering the outer lands.
Problem? Was there a problem?
The miasma.
Oh yeah, the whole reason the Outer Lands were made was to get away from that.
We'll need more than the cooperation of Sheridan to solve this problem. We'll need Grand Kokma's phonic researchers and Yulia City. But in order to get them...
We have to get Kimlaska and Malkuth to agree to peace.
Let's go to Batical. I'll convince Father no matter what.
Tear, can we get started on the hyperresonance training?
Huh? Oh yes, let's begin. It looks like you've developed quite a bit of control.
But I still can't handle it well enough to use in battle.
At one point, you couldn't do anything at all. It's quite impressive.
Tear, thanks for everything.
Luke.
Enough!
Thank you.
This is the last of my training. From here on, your training will come from the battlefield. Stay sharp.
I will.
You've come quite far, Tyr.
It's thanks to your instruction, Major.
Here, take this.
Major, what is this pendant?
Van gave it to me to give to you once you had completed your training.
Van?
This is a memento of your mother.
My mother?
Tyr, if by some chance I should die in battle, open that pendant and look inside.
Major, what are you saying?
I said if. I won't die. Not until Van's vision comes to pass.
Major, I'll keep it safe. Thank you.
Tyr, you mustn't die. Do whatever it takes to stay alive, no matter what.
Yes, ma'am.
Tear?
I thought you didn't like me teaching you how to control your hyperresonance.
What? No, I was just embarrassed.
Embarrassed?
I just thought, well, it wasn't cool to learn from from you.
What do you mean it wasn't cool to learn from me?
Well, Never mind, it's nothing. Whatever. I'm really glad you taught me. I'm glad I learned this from you. Thanks.
Thank you, too.
Should we head back?
Right.
Princess Natalia, you've returned! You realize what this will mean?
Stop! I am Ion, Phone Master of the Order of Lorelei. I seek an audience with His Majesty.
Yes, sir!
Those who accompany me come under the protection of Doth. If they are treated with any disrespect, Doth will no longer read the score for Kimlaska.
Open the way. That's an order from Phone Master Ion.
Let's go. First, we must deal with those who are inciting the king to war.
Let's go, Natalia. This time we will convince him.
Right. Father!
Natalia.
Where are the guards? Uncle, there's no need for guards. Natalia is your daughter.
My daughter died years ago.
No, the Natalia here before you is your daughter. 17 years of memories should tell you that.
Luke.
I learned that from you.
Memories.
So someone told you she's not your real daughter. So what? That doesn't change your memories. The memories you two share as a family belong to you alone.
I know that. I know that.
Well then?
It's all right, Luke. Father, Your Majesty, you may call me a criminal if you wish. But please, stop this war with Malkuth.
I won't ask why you sent emissaries to Exariuth. I don't even want to know. But His Majesty Peony IX trusted in me as an emissary of peace. I do not intend to lose that trust for your sake.
Excuse me, Your Majesty. A monarch need not suffer these youthful tirades. May I suggest we come back at a later date to hear Your Majesty's feelings?
Jade!
What if they hide troops to ambush us?
The people of this city would turn against His Majesty, just as before. And Phone Master Ion is here as well. We all know what Doth's response would be were the Phone Master to die.
Are you threatening me, Jade the Necromancer?
Did you think I would enter a situation like this without taking certain precautions? I've written a document detailing the crisis facing the world.
I will read it and see you in my audience chamber tomorrow.
Uncle, I trust you.
Excuse us, Your Majesty.
What will you do if King Ingobert responds with force tomorrow?
We'll persuade him, no matter what.
He might not come around that easily.
Then I'll stay and convince him, even if it costs me my life.
Natalia.
I was a fool. I thought my job was to help the suffering in places like Exariuth and the front lines. But I was wrong. I should have stayed by Father's side and admonished him when he strayed down this errant path.
Natalia, you truly are this kingdom's princess.
I want to be. I love this country from the bottom of my heart.
I read your documents. Your proposal seems to contradict the score of the 6th phone stone.
The score is no longer useful. It started to go wrong when I was born.
Replicas.
Father, clinging to the score will no longer bring prosperity. This is the moment the world's leaders will truly be put to the test. We nobles exist precisely for times like this. The royal family does not exist to live in luxury, dependent upon the score.
What would you have me do?
Sign a peace treaty with Malkuth and allow us to lower the outer lands into the Cliffoth.
Unthinkable. The Malkuth Empire is our sworn enemy. Only a traitor would suggest such a thing.
Do not let them deceive you, Your Majesty. They've likely been bought by Malkuth. These are merely the ramblings of ignoble impostors.
Silence! Only a fool clings solely to lineage.
No one is born a princess. Only through diligence does one achieve the grace and dignity required of that title.
I know not whether I possess the grace of which Jade speaks. But you raised me for 17 years. It is with great pride in that time that I say this now. Make peace and lower the land. I ask this out of love for this country and for you, Father.
Very well.
Uncle, really?
No, Your Majesty.
Don't listen to the babblings of these...
Silence! Do not insult my daughter's words.
Father!
Natalia, you have awakened the love and concern for this kingdom that I had forgotten.
Father, it hurt not to be the princess, but what hurt so much more was not being your daughter.
While you do not share my blood, I will never forget our time together. I will never forget the moment you first called me father.
Oh, Father!
I'm happy for you, Natalia.
No, they've still got a lot of talking to do. They're going to start over as family.
Yes, we can't go back to when we didn't know.
Hey, what happened to Mose?
It looks like he withdrew to Doth. I doubt he'll do anything immediately.
To Doth.
Okay, let's settle things before Mose can interfere again.
Then Malkuth is next. Let's go.
What's wrong, Natalia?
I had thought I'd fulfilled my duty as royalty.
What do you mean, thought? You opened the port, built a clinic, lots of things.
But who's to say those weren't merely for my own self-satisfaction?
The people of Batical feel honestly grateful to you. Isn't that proof enough?
Even so.
All actions begin with a desire for self-satisfaction.
Really?
For example, suppose Natalia felt she wanted to work for the kingdom, ignoring personal gain. By acting on that thought, Natalia still satisfies her own desires.
Well, yeah, but Jade, that's missing the point.
Indeed it is. I'm quibbling.
But once something gains other support, it grows beyond mere self-satisfaction.
If that's the case, you've got the support of everyone here in Batical. That's proof that you're not being selfish.
No, there must be more that I can do. As a commoner in this position, I have a duty to think of the people's happiness. The people of the city have accepted me. I must fulfill their expectations.
Natalia, you're amazing.
Yes, but you can do things little by little. Do what you can, slowly but surely.
I guess royalty can't just sit around in pretty clothes eating yummy food all the time.
Well, countries with royalty like that wind up falling apart.
Once she truly thinks of the people, how will she feel toward monarchy itself?
Did you say something?
No, nothing at all.
So, Kimlaska is finally ready to talk.
I ask you on behalf of the kingdom of Kimlaska Landvaldir, forgive our aggression and consider again a peace treaty between...
Hold on, aren't you forgetting your position? Saying it like that will mean that Kimlaska has bowed down before us. And shame on you for not stopping her, Jade.
Was it that obvious?
Let's just say it's talks to end the Battle of Rugnica Plains. Where should we hold them?
Doth would be most appropriate, but...
Not right now. Somewhere outside Mo's influence would be better.
Tyr, how about Yulia City?
But that's in the Cliff-Oth. Are you sure?
Actually, they should probably learn what the Cliff-Oth is like. That's where the Outer Lands are going when we lower them.
True. Well then, if it pleases your majesty, we'd like you to travel to the Cliff-Oth.
Anywhere is better than when I was locked up in Ketterberg. I'm there.
We're going to need the Flight Stone.
And Dist has it. We'll need to ask Tritime and Doth to find out where Dist is.
Doth. Mo's is probably back by now. It's going to be dangerous.
Damn it, why the hell does Dist have the Flight Stone? What a pain.
He has a freakish obsession with phone tech and phone machines. Just like Guy.
Excuse me?
Luke, it's not nice to compare Guy to Dist.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, come now, enough foolishness. Tyr is glaring at you.
Hey, it's from Dist.
What does it say?
To my hated enemies, the Jade Gang.
Well, since when did we become the Jade Gang?
I, the elegant Dist the Rose, now possess the Flight Stone.
If you want it, come to the place of our covenant. We will settle this once and for all. You're scared, aren't you? Terrified? But no matter. You'll never get the Flight Stone unless you meet me here. It's not in Darth, most definitely not. Hurry! Dist the Rose, God General.
He should have just said it's in Darth. What an idiot.
What do you think we should do, Colonel?
Ignore him. Luke's right. The Flight Stone is almost certainly here in Darth.
But Dis told us to...
The promised place he mentioned is probably Ketterberg. If we ignore him, he'll just wait there and freeze solid.
The poor bastard.
Just in case, let's ask Tritime whether discs come back or not.
Yeah.
Phone Master Ion, we've been looking for you.
My apologies, but I'm afraid I must be away a little longer.
What about your duties as Phone Master? Grand Maestro Mose left as soon as he returned, taking a regiment of Oracle soldiers to Aramis Spring.
Interesting. He must be planning to close off the Yulia Road and force us to meet Dist.
If you're leaving, at least take another 10 Phone Master Guardians with you.
It's difficult to move as a large group. Annis is enough.
Say, Maestro Tritime, what's Dis been doing?
Conductor Dist returned here briefly, but he hurried off again somewhere. His attendant, Cantor Reiner, should know the details.
Where can we find him?
Right now, he should be training at Oracle headquarters.
Let's go talk to him.
Yeah.
Stand down! You are in the presence of Phone Master Ion.
Lopri and Colonel Dist gave orders not to let anyone through, no matter who they are. What's so funny?
My apologies. I wasn't laughing at you.
No one makes fools of us. Phone Master Ion stays unharmed. Kill the rest.
Whoa, here they come.
We have no choice.
Want to see how strong I really am? The spirit of the earth. Strike the light might. I can't win. They win. Seven wins. Oh no, conflagration. Incinerate all. Raising Phoenix.
Enemies just can't keep up with me.
Dist is such an idiot.
About what?
Strengthening security like this is like saying there's something important here.
Oh, then the Flightstone really is here?
Most likely.
I wonder where he hid it.
Reiner may know.
Then let's find this Reiner guy.
The difference is so obvious.
go! Sonic Sphere! Sonic
Oh, are you done fighting already?
There he is. That's Reiner.
What's he doing?
Training for promotion from the rank of Bravo to Locrian Sergeant.
Let's speak to him.
Phone Master, what brings you to a place like this?
Do you know of the flight stone that Dist has?
Oh, I'm keeping it for him.
Why you?
I began training for Locrian Sergeant 2 days ago, so I can't leave here for almost a month. Therefore, he asked me to hold it for him for a while.
Could you give it to me?
I'm afraid not, even for you, Phone Master. Dist instructed me not to let go of it, even for a moment. But we really... Oh!
So, now the Albior will be back to normal.
I kind of feel like the bad guy now.
I think there's a good reason for that.
Is it truly all right for us to do this?
This makes me uncomfortable.
Cheer up. It's for a good cause.
We're in a state of emergency. Let's go.
Oh! Now all we have to do is take everybody in the Albior.
Before we do that, I have a proposal.
What is it?
Kimlaska, Malkuth, and Doth can agree to the land-lowering operation. But Chesidonia is an autonomous state, not a country.
They're being left out.
I know they wouldn't normally have this right, but could we let Aster participate?
Yeah, it was quick and informal, but he was the first to approve of the plan. I don't see any problem with that.
Then let's go to Chesidonia first. We'll have Noel take the other heads of state onto Yulia City in the meantime.
Yeah, that way we won't waste any time.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, it's good to see all of...
What is it, Maestro Tritime?
I feel some unusual phonons.
What are you talking about?
That, I suspect.
This sword?
I felt the first phonon in it from the moment we got it, but it's been growing stronger day by day.
Where did...
The Megiora Highlands. It was stuck in a monster's back.
Maestro, is there something about this sword?
Well, I suppose at this point I can talk about it. That sword is said to be one of the catalysts of the Planetary Phonic Art.
Planetary Phonic Art? What is that?
An immense phonic art that was proposed in the Dawn Age. It was never actually put to use, though. The Phonic War ended before it could be, or so I've heard.
Yes, records of the art were found in Yulia City. The previous phone master, Evanos, secretly undertook a plan to revive it.
And he needed the sword for that?
Yes, 3 weapons with the power of Rem, and 3 with the power of Shadow. These are required for the Planetary Phonic Art, in theory anyway.
That sure is vague.
To be honest, we don't know the details. The Oracle Knight responsible for overseeing the plan destroyed the records and left the Order. And Evanos has passed away as well.
That's too bad. It sounds like a really powerful art. Battles would be so easy if the Colonel could use it.
Perhaps it would be useful. Go to Ketterberg, then. The former Oracle Knight has reportedly passed away, but you may still be able to learn something.
What was that Oracle Knight's name?
Locrian Colonel Gelda Nebulim.
Nebulum. I could swear I've heard that somewhere.
We don't need any planetary phonic art. Even without it, Jade's still ridiculously strong.
Luke, what are you hiding?
Jade...
Well, if you deem it necessary, I have no objection to visiting Ketterberg.
The 2 of you are certainly acting strangely.
An Oracle Knight that used to live in Ketterberg? I can look in the records. What was this person's name? Gelda Nebulum. Professor Nebulum?
My, did you know her?
Professor Nebulum opened a private school here after leaving the Order. I studied under her, as did my brother.
Colonel, you did know her, didn't you?
And you knew too, Luke. That's why you were acting so strangely.
I don't know her.
Don't blame Luke. I told him to keep it a secret. Emperor Peony aside, sharing a classroom with Dist is one of my life's less laudable moments.
Dist aside, Emperor Peony studied under her as well?
The Emperor was confined to his mansion, but he would sneak out and just sit in on the class.
Some emperor he is.
So, did this Professor Nebulum leave anything behind? I've heard that the Malkuth Army's intelligence division collected all of her documents some time ago.
The Malkuth Army? Why?
What's the problem? Jade just has to run in there and ask.
I doubt it'll be that easy. Intelligence divisions are usually independent from the rest of the army.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to ask the Emperor for assistance.
Well, this is a surprise. Did you come to visit my Rapigs? Adorable, aren't they?
We'll save your Majesty's Rapigs for another time. Guy, if you would explain.
Me? Why do I always have to explain things?
Professor Nebula, huh? My dad was still on the throne then, so I don't know much about it. Anyway, I'll get the intelligence division to submit the information. I'll have it sent to your office, Jade.
Do you hear something?
Yes. This sounds like phonon interference.
Now that you mention it... It's the 1st and 6th phonons!
That's odd. It's coming from somewhere in this room.
Maybe it's a phonon bomb.
Hey, that's not funny.
Come on, let's look for it.
This is it. The sound is coming from this sword.
It looks like it's reacting to the shadow sword we have. Tyr, would you use a phonic seal on it?
What is this sword, Your Majesty?
Old McGovern left it behind when he retired from the army. I collect weapons, so he left it here for me.
Jade, do you think this is one of the Planetary Phonic Art catalysts?
I presume so, but to call this mess a collection...
Did you say something?
Not at all. Incidentally, would it be possible to borrow this sword?
I suppose that if those 3 cute girls begged a little...
That's a fine case of sexual harassment.
Okay, then you guys do it too. Go ahead, Luke.
Me? Please lend us the sword.
Next.
With all due respect, we would like to borrow the sword.
Next.
Emperor Peony, you're so handsome. Can we please borrow the sword? Pretty please, with sugar on top.
Great, great. Just wait until you're 6 years older and I'll date you anytime.
Whoa, he sure changed fast.
Please lend us the sword.
Oh, that icy smile. Yeah.
Me too? Your Majesty, would you please allow us to borrow the sword?
Oh, that hint of naivete. Yes.
Your Majesty.
Shut up. Don't beg. I'll puke.
Now, Your Majesty. Please allow me to offer my most sincere request.
Nope. Leave.
How unfortunate. We'll be taking the sword then.
Colonel, some documents have been delivered from the Intelligence Division.
Thank you. Now, let's see.
What do they say?
There's information on the professor's life, the incantation for the Planetary Phonic Art, and, a map.
A map?
Yes. This looks like Mount Ronil. It seems there's a phonic glyph beyond the mountain which reacts to the catalysts.
Now that you mention it, Professor Nebula did go to Mount Ronil a lot, didn't she?
Whoa! What's the Emperor doing here?
His Majesty pays unannounced visits to the Colonel's office frequently.
Well, that explains that.
Well then, shall we head for Mount Ronil?
Not yet. It would probably be best to wait until we have all of the catalysts. By the way, Your Majesty, it seems that there are quite a few sections missing from these documents.
Apparently somebody took them without anyone's knowledge.
Dist?
Probably.
Does it say anything about where the rest of the catalysts are?
Unfortunately, no. Only that they came in pairs, and that the McGovern family had one.
I guess we'll just have to find them the hard way.
I see, so that's why you've come for me. You have my deepest gratitude. I can offer explanations of what to look out for, the effects of the miasma, and other such issues.
Yes, that should be useful to hear when preparing for the descent.
What effect has the miasma had anyway? Have people been getting sick?
Some of the children and elderly who were exposed to the miasma became bedridden. People from Yulia City have taken in the most critical, but they can't take in all of them. I'm also worried about our emergency food stores. They were depleted because of the war.
How about petitioning the king and emperor?
Yes. By the way, when are we leaving?
Noelle won't be back for a little while yet.
Let's rest at the inn. That will also give Aster time to prepare.
All right, I'll cover the cost of the inn for you. Please, relax and get some rest.
Thanks, we appreciate it.
What is it? You look serious.
Yeah, I'm worried about the miasma. All I know is that the miasma is bad for people, that's it. It's not going to kill everybody all of a sudden, is it?
Like I said before, it's only bad if you inhale a lot over a long period of time. But if things stay like this, then I think the population will drop 80% by the next generation.
Damn it! Even if we lower the outer lands, it won't change a thing!
That's why the peace treaty includes an agreement to jointly research the miasma.
I know, it's just... Why can't my hyperresonance disintegrate the miasma? I hate this! I caused all of this, but I can't...
Settle down. You said you were going to start with what you can do, right? One person probably can't do much alone, but people can work together. We're with...
Yeah. Sorry for talking like that again.
It's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Night. Thanks.
Good morning!
Noelle! Welcome back! How did it go?
Everyone is safe in Yulia City. I arrived here earlier than I expected, so I went ahead and took Aster as well. My, you must have not been able to get any rest at all. I'm fine. Don't worry. I took naps when I had the chance.
Thank you for all your hard work.
It is an honor, Phone Master. Well then, I'll be standing by on the Albior.
Shall we be going to Yulia City ourselves then?
Yeah, it's all finally coming together.
Then please add your signatures to this document. Good. With this, we conclude the formation of the peace treaty.
Wait just 1 minute.
Guy!
Sorry, Luke, this is important. Shut up for a minute. You made an agreement like this right after the Hot War. Can you keep it this time?
This is different from Hod. That was to bring us prosperity through the score.
That's why you destroyed Hod? There were Kimlaskans there too, like my mother.
Guy, what are you doing?
Your mother?
Eugenie Cecile. You sent her to marry into House Gardios as a gesture of peace. Don't try to say you've forgotten.
Guy, if you've come for revenge, then kill me. I'm the one who killed Countess Gardios, because she refused to aid in the invasion of Malkuth.
Father, you really...
It was war. You do what you must in order to prevail. Just as we used your death to cause the Battle of Rugnica Plains.
My mother at least knew what she was doing when she married into that family. But what possible reason was there to involve everyone else? To destroy Hod?
I may be the more worthy target for your blade, Gylardia Golan.
Your Majesty?
Kimlaska didn't destroy Hod. It destroyed itself. No. We destroyed it.
What are you talking about?
Phomicry research was being conducted on Hod. Jade knows what I'm talking about.
With war about to begin, we shut down all of our phonic experiments on Hod. There just wasn't time to deal with the Phomicry research.
The previous emperor, my father, decided to destroy the Kimlaskan army and Hod with it.
I heard a test subject was connected to a device that artificially generated a hyperresonance.
So that's how Hod was destroyed.
My father presented the event as Kimlaska's work to quash anti-war sentiment at home.
That's horrible. I feel so sorry for the test subject.
Yes, the record shows he was only 11 years old at the time. You may have known him, Guy.
Me?
He was the son of a knight who served House Gardios. I believe their family name was Fende.
You can't mean Vende Stelka Musto Fende.
You know him, Tyr?
If he's the son of Fende, she more than knows him. And so do you, Luke.
What?
It's Van Grants. Vande Stelka Musto Fende is his real name.
So that's how he knew about animate replication, even though we sealed the information.
Guy, why don't you sheath your sword for now? It's beginning to sound like you'd have to kill almost everyone in this room.
I stopped wanting revenge a long time ago.
I never thought Van's name would come up like this. Let's adjourn this meeting for now. I trust that suits everyone here. We finished modifying the Tartarus.
Really? Fantastic.
Never underestimate the elderly. We've moored the Tartarus in Port Sheridan.
All that's left is to cross the Aldrin Sea to where Axariuth collapsed and dive into the core.
The Tartarus's phonic barrier will protect you from the miasma and the planet's pressure. But it exerts severe stress on the system. It'll only last about 130 hours.
That isn't exactly a lot of time.
The burden is just too great. The phone machinery should hold long enough to sail to Axariuth and reach the core.
Also, generating a high-energy phonic barrier requires support machinery. We'll send up a flare from here once you decide to start the core breach operation. Then Aston, who's waiting at the port, will activate the phonic barrier.
So, the moment we set out from this city, the countdown starts.
It's 5 days from here to Axariuth in the Tartarus. We'll have to breach the core and get out in less than 10 hours.
The slightest delay or mistake will be fatal.
You'll escape in the Albior. We'll have to attach a pressure-neutralizing phone machine to it. Once you begin the operation, we'll send the Albior to the harbor.
Once the phone machine is attached, Aston will store the Albior in the Tartarus hold.
So we can't use the Albior once the operation begins.
Right. You won't be able to go to other cities to buy supplies. Make sure to take care of anything you need to before you begin.
Okay, you've heard the plan. Now go get yourselves ready. Once you're all set to begin, come talk to me. to start the operation?
Hold on.
What? Well?
Yeah, let's go.
After you activate the Tartarus vibration device in the core, move to the deck in the alveolar.
There's a phonic glyph inscribed on the deck that generates a current of rising air. Use that to get yourselves out of there.
The alveolar's pressure neutralizer won't last more than 3 hours.
If you don't hurry out, you'll be flat as pancakes.
So many great ways to die.
The flare's up! Looks like they're ready at the port. We'll see you off.
Let's go, Luke. Every second counts now.
Right.
Major Lagretta.
Spinoza was right. The rumors of Belkin's researchers running to Sheridan were true.
Out of the way.
Letting you pass is not an option. We can't have you silencing the core. The Oracle Knights have secured the port. Cease your meaningless resistance. Throw down your weapons.
Tamara, get them!
You got it!
Now! Run to the harbor!
But...
If they sink the Tartarus, all our work will be wasted!
There's no time! Go!
Oh no, you don't! Stand your ground! Not even the necromancer would use phonic arts in this crowd.
Jade! I can't. There are too many civilians without friend or foe marking.
Out of the way!
Iamon!
You have something you have to do that's more important than us old folk.
Now! Go!
Let's go. Hurry.
Luke!
You aren't going anywhere.
The Tartarus has my sweat and blood in it, too. I won't let you interfere. Master Luke, Princess Natalia. The north exit is poorly guarded. Hurry! Ah! Damn it!
We'll dump your bodies into the sea!
We'll hold them off. Now hurry!
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
The Oracle Knights are attacking the people of the city.
Please save them.
Yes, Your Highness.
Let's hurry. Time is running out.
Follow them!
We're counting on you.
Hurry! Join the troops at the harbor! We'll catch them from both sides! This happened because you civilians insisted on meddling where you don't belong.
Class M and Class I's first and final collaboration. Don't let us down, Luke.
Damn! Get down and cover your nose and mouth!
What is it?
It's Phone Tech sleeping gas.
Can we neutralize it?
I'll blow it away with a phonic art.
We can breathe again.
But I'm sleepy. Me too.
Oh, good. I'm glad it didn't put you to sleep, too.
It works faster on young children.
Oh, then this was your work?
Those Oracle ruffians tried to steal the Tartarus.
It looks like they went into the city too. How are Tamra and Iamon?
You can't mean...
Should you really be standing around chatting?
Master Van!
Spinoza, you'd side with the Oracle Knights instead of your friends?
Commandant!
That was a poor performance, Legretta.
My apologies. We'll take care of them at once.
Luke, no!
Why?
Right now, our priority is stopping the core. We're going to the Tartarus.
Damn it!
That's too dangerous! Run!
We're not going anywhere. This happened because Spinoza betrayed Class I.
We may be old, but we can at least serve as obstacles. You go on to the Tartarus.
Move.
You fools! Move!
Our comrade caused this. We'll atone for it.
Go!
Luke, there's no time.
If my brother catches us, the mission fails. Do you want to waste Iamon and Tamara's sacrifice?
I know that! Hankin, Kathy, Aston, I'm sorry.
Elderly though you may be, I respect your resolve. Spinoza, take a good look. This is what happens to those who oppose me.
Commandant, Sync made it in time.
So, the operation itself was a failure, but at least it distracted them. Very well. Withdraw.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to say thank you, not sorry.
Yes. When those kids get back, let's teach them how to speak properly. Why did this happen? They didn't do anything to deserve this.
I failed to protect my people.
I wasn't strong enough. Damn it!
There's no time for wallowing in depression. We still have to stop the core.
Tyr, do you really have to say it like that?
Grieving here won't accomplish anything. The Colonel is busy preparing for this operation all by himself. Don't forget that.
Her eyes were welling up.
What?
The one who killed them was Tyr's own brother. I wonder which of us really wants to cry the most.
Axariuth is where we drop to the core, right? I'm going to the bridge to help Jade.
We're an hour behind schedule. We can't allow any more delays.
What's that?
An intruder!
Don't tell me it's Van.
They really don't want us to stop the core.
I wonder why.
So do I. But right now, we've got an intruder to worry about. What do we do?
We don't have any choice. We'll get rid of them after we breach the core.
Even without this, we barely have any time.
We're starting. Take your seats.
Are we there?
So it would seem.
That thing we saw for a second there.
What is it, Guy? I did see something flash right before we dove into the core.
I vaguely remember seeing it when I was a kid in Hod. If I could just...
We'll worry about that later. The preparations here are done. Let's get out.
Hey! The phonic glyph Iamon talked about isn't here! I erased it for you!
So you were the intruder.
I won't let you get away! You're gonna drown in the sludge here! Die! I'll make the tartar!
Yeah, you get that!
You're struggling for nothing! I won't lose to you! You might very well die here yourself! Withdraw now!
Persistent, aren't we? Perhaps you'd rather we all die together?
Not a bad idea! So hurry up and die!
Yeah, I'll pass on the mutual suicide thing. I'll die on my own, thanks.
Fine! You'll all die here anyway!
Whoa, that was intense!
Virgin Moon! Reaper's Soul! Dragon Shot!
You're my first
Healing
Oh, ravaging tragedy! Let's finish this!
Want to see how strong I really am? Demonic voice! Oh no, conjure the great! Fight off! Raising Phoenix! Surge! Sonic Sphere!
Take this! Stapler Blade! Take this!
The spirit of the earth.
Stapler Blade!
No way! Stalagmite! Voice! Demonic voice!
Take this!
Stapler Blade! Whoa, that was intense!
Cut the strike!
Cut that! Now you're done! Akashic Torment!
Demonic voice!
No Dragon Shot!
Bring forth the flames of the mighty dragon!
Reaper's Soul! Dragon Shot! Ostarpa, Lucas Lane! No way!
The mighty dragon!
Infernal Tool! Reaper's Soul! No! Not like this!
Hey!
It can't be! There are 2 ions? Ugh! Just as I thought. You are also a replica of the Phone Master.
Wait, what do you mean also?
I'm Phone Master Ion's 7th replica. The final one.
You're a replica?
No way! Ion! I'm sorry, Anis. It's only been about 2 years since I was born.
2 years? That's when I became one of your guardians. Wait, was Arietta reassigned because you didn't have any memories of the past?
Yes, the original Ion was sick, near death. But there was no successor, so Mose and Van used Thaumacrine.
You had the closest abilities to the original, unlike us trash.
Don't call yourself that.
That's what I am. My powers were weak, so I was cast alive into the mouth of the Mount Zalejo volcano. A replica that can't serve as a replacement is nothing more than garbage.
Don't say that! We may be replicas, but we're still living beings!
I'm not interested in the naive babbling of a replica who has people who need him.
Don't talk like that. Escape from here with us. You and I are the same.
No, we're not. I'm only alive so Van can use me. In the end, only those of us who are useful are kept alive out of pity.
Ion, please don't cry.
I'm not crying.
But those tears...
You're right. It's like losing a brother.
I guess I was sad. This is the first time I've ever cried. I understand now. All this time I had it wrong.
We're out of time.
But Sync erased the phonic glyph.
I'll draw it again. But a circle of this scale will require significant concentration. Luke, Tyr, please assist me.
What do I do?
I'll open all of my phone slots and create a mass of phonons. Luke, use Muse Fire to move the phonons. Tyr, please issue instructions based on the remains of the phonic glyph.
So I walk with you where Tyr tells me to.
Right. That's how we'll redraw the phonic glyph.
Let's begin.
Looks like we drew it.
Yes. Now let's get to the alveor.
Heed my words. You who are the same as I, can you hear my voice?
Ash? No, this voice is...
Luke, are you all right? I'll try healing you.
Set me free from the prison of this eternal cycle. A descendant of Yulia, I shall borrow your power.
The pain's fading away.
Luke, my isophone. I can finally speak to you.
Tyr? No. You're not Tyr.
Your kind knows me as Lorelei.
The aggregate sentience of the seventh phonon. Its existence was hypothetical, but...
I am the seventh phonon itself. And you, Luke, your phonon frequency is the same as mine. You and the other you are both my perfect isophones. I am you. That is why I ask this of you. Right now, something enormous is absorbing my power. It is shaking the core and causing the Sephiroth to go out of control. Your actions have quieted the core and stabilized the Sephiroth. But as long as I am trapped here,
Tyr! Tyr, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just feel a little dizzy. What happened?
It's dangerous here. We should get to the Albior now. We made it somehow.
Tyr, are you feeling okay?
Yes, I feel fine now.
I'm still worried. Your body was suddenly taken over by Lorelei. You should have a doctor examine you, just in case.
I bet we could get a thorough examination in Belkend.
I hope the Oracle Knights aren't there.
At this point, I'm sure even Duke Faber has cut his ties with Van.
We can find out if we ask the governor. Let's go! I'm worried about Tyr!
Okay.
Luke, we received a report from Sheridan that you headed for the core.
The mission was a success. Only because Sheridan's residents and Belkin's researchers gave their lives.
I see. I've been informed of Eamon, Hankin, and the others. His Majesty and the Duke have also issued formal complaints against Doth. But Grand Maestro Mose insists that Vance separated from Doth and carried it out on his own.
The crimes of my subordinates are my own. You have my deepest apologies.
Are Duke Fabra and Van still connected?
No. With the attack on Sheridan, Doth's influence was lifted from this city.
Then we have a favor to ask.
Tyr isn't well. We'd like her to get a full exam.
Understood. Please speak with Shu in the lab.
Thanks.
All right. The rest of you, please wait here.
How is she?
We don't have all the results back yet, but Tyr's blood phonons are showing extremely unstable values.
Blood phonons?
People who use phonic arts absorb phonons into their bodies. In her case, the phonons are contaminated and aren't properly exiting her body.
What do you mean, contaminated?
That poison, the miasma, I believe they call it, that's fused with the phonons. It's primarily 7th phonons that have accumulated.
She's absorbed 7th phonons that are contaminated with the miasma then?
Quite a lot. They are weakening her internal organs. She said that the phone machines called passage rings responded to her. Dawn-Age phone machinery generally contains large amounts of 7th phonons.
So when we lower the land, the miasma flows into Tyr from the passage ring?
That's the only answer I see. If she continues, she's not likely to survive.
No!
We can give her a medicine to suppress the effects.
Can't you cure it? I use the 7th phonon too, but I'm fine.
She's absorbed over 100 times what a 7th phonist would normally consume in a lifetime.
Could you give us a little more detail?
I have something I'd like to ask as well. Let's split up here.
Did you hear about me?
Yeah.
If the 7th phonons in me are contaminated, maybe Lorelai's contaminated too.
Don't talk to me like everything's normal.
Are you worried about me?
Of course. The core's stopped and the Sephiroth are under control, right? We don't have to lower the outer lands.
It's too late. The passage rings are at their limit.
So we have to keep going. I'm sorry.
Why?
I really want to tell you to stop lowering the outer lands.
Luke.
I thought about it as hard as I could, but if the outer lands fall, then lots of people will die. So I can't just tell you to stop. My uncle and Emperor Peony have both agreed to help. I can't tell everyone to stop now after all this.
You idiot. What's with that face? What you're saying is right. If you really had told me to stop, I'd have lost all respect for you. Thank you. I was right to believe in you.
You're crazy!
What?
You can't possibly be okay with this. You always try to act tough. Say you were at least a little scared or sad or something. If you just tell me how you really feel.
It's not an act. I'm sorry. Please let me be alone for a while.
No, I'm staying right here.
Luke, please. I don't want anyone to see me like this.
Then I'll turn around.
You idiot. Thank you.
Please take care. Don't push yourself.
So now we get back to lowering the land.
But where do we go next? The regions with Sephiroth to which we haven't yet gone are Pedamia, Rhodesia, and Sylvana, right?
Minus the absorption gate and the radiation gate.
Where are the absorption gate and the radiation gate?
The absorption gate is northeast of Ketterberg. I've heard the radiation gate is on an island far south of Batical.
Those are the largest Sephiroth, so we'll save them for later. They say the monsters there are stronger as well. Right now, we need to locate the passage rings for the remaining Sephiroth.
There are researchers from Yulia City here. Let's ask them about the locations of the passage rings.
But are you really okay, Tyr?
Yes, the medicine's working. I don't feel any pain. I'm fine.
Tyr, I heard about your condition. I wish I could tell you to stop, but I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Do you know where the passage rings are?
You're going to perform the lowering procedure, right? The only ones we've pinpointed are inside the Megiora Highlands and Mount Rainiel.
Mount Rainiel? I've heard the 6 god generals were gravely injured by monsters when they were there on duty. It's a dangerous place. I think we should save it for last.
I agree. Even people living nearby rarely approach that mountain.
Okay, then let's head for the Megiora Highlands first.
We'll track down the location of the remaining Sephiroth in Pedamia. Take care.